Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyra. Happy birthday to you. Welcome to the podcast, everybody, and can I just say a massive hello to the YouTube viewers as well, because I'm doing a visual version of this podcast as well. It's a surprise podcast, by the way, as well, because this podcast is going up today, Tuesday the 5th of January 2021, and of course this video is going up on Tuesday the 5th of January 2021 as well. So welcome to Tuesday. I know this is a bit weird that I'm doing a podcast on a Tuesday. I know it's a bit weird that I'm also doing a YouTube video on a Tuesday as well, because I don't normally post a video on a Tuesday, but obviously today is an exception. It is an exception. And can I just also add as well that there will be another podcast coming up on Friday the 8th of January 2021 as well. So you've got this podcast to listen to today, and you've got another podcast coming up in your podcast box from Friday the 8th of January 2021 as well. So, but I wanted to do this podcast because it's a bit of a special one. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the birthday girl, that is Kyra. I'm sure this is going to hopefully put a smile on her face. I hope so, fingers crossed. Anyway, so, because basically it is her birthday today, it's her 24th birthday, so from me to you watching this at home, hopefully on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, a massive happy birthday to you. And I hope you're enjoying this video so far. So it's only going to get better. Of course it will get better. Also as well, I want to welcome the listeners on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on Google Play Podcasts, or whatever it is on Android, and any other major podcast streaming service as well that is out there that you can listen to this podcast from. So a massive hello to you. So let me discuss about this podcast, because obviously today, like I say, is Kyra's birthday, and I also wanted to do this podcast because obviously in my last podcast I kind of said something about burning the book of 2020, okay? First of all, can I just say that 2020 for me hasn't been all bad. Now, the reason why I want to reflect on 2020 is partially for this reason, okay? Because there has been some moments of 2020, admittedly, that I can say, yeah, was rubbish, like the start of the pandemic, you know, and obviously lockdown happening, etc., and stuff like that. Yeah, all that was bad stuff. But it wasn't all bad stuff, though, because 2020 was admittedly the year where I had met this amazing, incredible woman called Kyra, you know, and if it wasn't for Kyra, then I genuinely just don't know where I would be today. I really don't. This is the thing, you know, because she is so supportive, and of course I'm always going to be really supportive back to her, you know, and I'm always going to be in her life no matter what, because, you know, I really cannot thank her enough for everything she has done. And what I am going to say to you guys now is I'm going to kind of reflect in this podcast back to when we very first met, to kind of today, really, where we are today. Because I do remember the very first day when I started speaking to her, and I do remember that exact date when I did start speaking to her, and it will be a date that I will never ever forget. You know, when we get to that date this year, I won't ever forget it. When our very first meet-up date, I will never forget that neither, okay? And there are some other important dates as well, which I'm going to discuss with you guys right now, and I have got some photos to show the YouTube viewers as well. So for the visual purposes, I will be showing photos as well of me and Kyra together, and those dates are also very important. I do think that when we do meet up, those dates are very important to me because they're dates where we do kind of make special moments together, and it does appear in vlogs. You know, I come home from seeing Kyra every time I do my weekly vlogs or lockdown vlogs or whatever I'm doing, and I have this massive grin on my face like no other grin I've ever had before. And even Kyra has actually picked up on this herself. She's watched some of my old vlogs, and you know, and I don't have that same grin on my face than what I do when it comes to meeting Kyra. It is so bizarre, but I'm going to tell you this now. The 19th of August 2020 was a very special day, and the reason being is because that was the day that I very first came across Kyra, and I added her on Instagram, I added her on Snapchat as well, and we started talking on Snapchat for a little while, and then after that we then kind of exchanged numbers, and so we started messaging each other on WhatsApp, and then we ended up having a video call that lasted 2.5 hours, and we then discussed, in that 2.5 hour video chat, we discussed autism, and the reason being is because obviously I'm autistic, and so is she, and we both, surprisingly, back then, we both have like sort of the same autistic traits as each other, which is so bizarre. We do think alike, we do end up saying things around about the same time as each other without, you know, without kind of thinking about it. And it is so weird. It really is so weird. Well, at first I found it weird. Now I'm completely used to it, but I laugh at it though, and we both laugh at it. It's not just me, she also laughs at that too, because, you know, it is just, admittedly we do find it a bit weird, but at the same time it's funny. And we both like Jinx. You know, it's just so funny, and it's those moments there that I do absolutely love the most, you know, when we do laugh out loud about the most strangest things that we do together. But, you know, it is just totally understandable, though, why we do it. And it is, the other thing is, as well, is that day, after I came off that 2.5 video chat with Kyra, I came away from that video chat thinking to myself, I just cannot believe, and I was mind blown, by the way, I was mind blown at the fact that I just met a woman online who is nearly exactly the same as me, you know, and I was trying to just rack my brains around that. I really was. The fact that I was talking to someone who is kind of like me and can understand me because they're on the same level as me. So obviously we did continue talking. We spoke for around about a week, maybe a week and a bit, and then it got to the 25th of August 2020 again. So the 19th of August 2020 is a date that I will never ever forget, because that was the date that me and Kyra first started talking online. And then the 25th of August 2020 is again another date that I will never forget, because that was the very first time that me and Kyra met in person. And I'm not going to lie, we were both nervous about meeting each other for the first time, because I think we were just like, what are we going to be like in person? You know, are we going to still have that same connection and bond that we've kind of formed online? Is it going to be there in person? And there was nothing to worry about. There really wasn't, because we sat down in Costa, we had a hot drink together, well, a cold drink, hot drink, etc. And, you know, and we sat there. Well, it was a cold drink, wasn't it? Yeah, we both had a cold drink together. We sat there. I think, well, I can't remember now. Oh no, that's bad. I'll have to go back and watch my vlogs. Oh, I think it was a cold drink. It was a cold drink, because it was summer, you know. So, what I do remember, though, is we had a toasty, okay? I remember that bit. We had a toasty. Yeah, we both enjoyed our toasties. I remember that she couldn't eat, like, all of her toasty, though, because it was just absolutely filling. I do remember her mum also making an appearance as well and sitting down, I believe, with her auntie in the same Costa as us. Um, so yeah, that was quite nice. And obviously, her mum did come over and say hello to me, and make sure that obviously Kyra was okay. And I just remember that that same connection that we had via video chat and online was the same connection we had in person as well. It was a very chilled out kind of afternoon that we spent together, and I just remember saying to her, oh, I definitely do want to see you again, because I just feel as though today was absolutely amazing, very chilled out, and again, I do want to get to know you a lot more as well in person. So obviously we went away, and I'll tell you what, as a matter of fact, what I am going to do now for the visual purposes of YouTube is I am going to showcase with you guys right now some images that I have obviously got on my phone of when me and Kyra first met. So obviously I did take a photo of Kyra herself when she was sitting with me. So that's her looking lovely when we very first met. And then there's our very first selfie that we took together as well. Look. So, yeah, look how happy we are. And then after that, we then met up on the 4th of September. So that was on the 25th of August 2020. The next time we met was on the 4th of September 2020. And this was when I first went over to her house. So there's this one here of us both together. And then there is this one here as well, another selfie of us both. So, yeah, there's that one. And there's also this one as well, where we took this one when we were together at Pub Club for the first time. This was also the very first day that I went to her house as well. We went to Pub Club together for some lunch. I tell you what, the burger was absolutely delicious that we both had. And it's just literally, it just felt really, really nice. I'm going to tell you something else about this day as well in a few moments' time. There's another selfie of us. This was when we got back to her house. There's another selfie of us both together. Looking happy, which I do like that one actually. There is another one as well where we both got matching Xbox mugs as well, which I really, really do appreciate quite a lot. So yeah, there's that one. And then talking of Pub Club, actually, we'll talk about Pub Club for a second and stuff, because that day where I took them selfies of us, like with our matching mugs, etc, etc, that was also the day where I met quite a lot of her family that day as well. I met her sister Georgia as well, and obviously again I met her mum, and I met her nan, I met her auntie again, I met her cousin, I met quite a few of her family members. I met her stepdad as well, and yeah, it was just absolutely, it was really, really nice. It really, really was nice. And I do remember that obviously we played, we did a sort of a family game night, and I was more than welcome to stay for that, and I did. And the one thing that I will definitely, I mean, not only will I just take away the amount of amazing quality time that I got to spend with Kyra and her family, for that matter, can I just say, that's not the only thing that I will get to take away with me from that day, but among other things as well, obviously, receiving a matching mug that's for both me and Kyra, that was really, really nice. We kind of got just a little bit drunk together as well for the very first time, and again, that was a very lovely moment, a very special moment, having a bit of a drunk madness. And obviously trying and tasting different foods that I've never really tried before. I remember trying these like I think vanilla or caramel waffles and chocolate waffles as well. and obviously trying South African beer as well for the very first time, which was very, very nice. And I'd love to have more of that in the future if possible. when I next am able to come over, maybe. But the other thing that I would also definitely take away is the fact, and this really did melt my heart, and it did touch my heart quite a lot as well, was not only did her family take me in like as if I'm one of their own, but also as well the fact that her nan sat there and said that she felt like as if I'd become a friend of hers, and that was a really, really nice moment. It really was. And it did. I'm not even joking when I say this, guys, but it did. It just melted my heart when she said that. So that was on the 4th of September 2020, those selfies were taken, obviously when we very first went to pub club together, and obviously when we had that family game night together as well. It was just such a lovely moment, it really was. Then we next met up on the 9th of September in the evening, and again we went to pub club together. And this was a selfie of us both from pub club, and look at Kyra there, proudly wearing her Twitch t-shirt. If you do want to give her a follow on Twitch, it's blue_butterfly4. Please go and give her a follow, and don't forget as well, please do subscribe to her channel as well. She would very much appreciate it. There's another selfie of us both again from pub club, again with Kyra just proudly wearing her Twitch t-shirt, promoting it in that selfie there very proudly. So there's that one. After that, we then met up again on the 11th of September 2020. I only managed on that day to take this selfie of us both, but look at Kyra happily sitting there at her gaming desk. This was only when her gaming desk was literally set up. It wasn't long set up before this photo was taken of us both. And yeah, she's happily sitting there with her Twitch t-shirt on again, and yeah, we're just very, very happy in that selfie. That was it then, all the way up until the 26th of November 2020. That is when we next met up with each other, and that was when we went to Throop together. We celebrated Christmas early together a little bit because we weren't able to do that in December. But look at us, we're wearing matching Christmas jumpers. Can I just say that before I met Kyra, I did not know that obviously she also had this jumper. So we both wore matching jumpers, matching Christmas jumpers in that selfie. So there's the first one of us both. This is the second one of us both with our tongues poking out at the camera. And there is also this other selfie of us both as well, which Kyra took on her phone. And the fun fact about this photo is the fact that this is also the photo that she used for my personalised jigsaw puzzle that she got me for Christmas, which again I really, really do appreciate so much. The other good thing about that day that we spent together as well, and the best thing that I will definitely take away, not only was it spending quality time with Kyra, etc, but it's definitely this sunset that me and Kyra got to experience and look at together. This was literally the most perfect moment. It really was. There was so many other perfect moments from that day. Really, so many to list out, but that was one of the main. There are some other main perfect moments I could probably think of from that day. But that was one of the main perfect moments from that day. It really, really was, and it was just such a beautiful, romantic moment. It really was. I just can't stress enough how wonderful it was. And then the last time we met up was the 1st of December 2020. And obviously this was when Kyra was hanging outside her bedroom window, talking to me from the comfort of her bedroom. and I was speaking to her from outside her bedroom window, and that's how we were just socialising with each other back then. And that was when I gave her elf, because she's never had an elf on the shelf before until now, until she's met me. So I gave her an elf with a couple of gifts to go with it as well, some chocolates. And yeah, that was it. That was the last time that me and her have met up, really. So, and obviously that's the last of our selfies together. So I am hoping, so obviously 2020 for me weren't all bad. It really wasn't, because had it not been for last year, then I wouldn't have met such an incredible, amazing woman like Kyra. I really wouldn't have. And I cannot stress enough how much I do appreciate her every single day. I really, really do appreciate her every single day. And yeah, it's just absolutely, it just amazes me that an incredible woman like Kyra has walked into my life, and I've gotten to know her so much. And the fact that we have got so much in common as well. We both got the same favourite colour, which is blue. You know, there's just so much as well. I mean, we're both gamers as well. And, you know, we both enjoy walking along the beach as well. We both enjoy looking at sunsets together. And we're both YouTubers as well. And for my YouTube viewers, I'm just going to address this now. You know, if you would like to subscribe to Kyra's YouTube channel, then I will leave a link in my description down below to her YouTube channel, so you guys can go and give her a subscribe. She has got some amazing content coming out for you guys very, very soon. I can promise you that. But it's just been absolutely an amazing few months that ever since I've known Kyra, and they're just days where I will forever ever cherish, and memories that I will forever ever cherish in my mind, and they are my happy moments. They really are my happy moments. So again, a massive thank you to Kyra for walking into my life. Yeah, I mean, admittedly I walked into her life first, but a massive thank you really to Kyra for, well, accepting my Snapchat request when we very first met, and for giving me her number when she did, and for us allowing us to video chat when we very first did video chat, and get to know each other more, because, you know, I think if it weren't for that, then God knows where, you know, where our friendship would be right now. I don't think we would be as close as where we are right now. I really don't think we would be. But yeah, but on top of that, I also don't think we would have had a lot of these special moments together neither. But honestly, I just cannot thank her enough. I really can't. And I know that this year we will be able to see each other again, definitely. You know, we will do what we planned to do for your birthday originally, which is, you know, go for a walk. I'll provide the sandwiches and my vlogging camera. You provide the cakes and the cans, you know. And we'll go for a walk. We'll sit down. We'll have a little bit of a chit chat, a bit of a celebratory drink, etc., etc., you know, and we will have a belated birthday celebration. I do think, you know, it will still be a perfect day when we do next meet. I know that obviously today, the 5th of January 2021, it is your birthday. It's not the way it should have gone, unfortunately, but I do hope and pray that this podcast, especially this visual podcast that you're probably watching right now on YouTube, has probably been an amazing podcast or video that you've watched, because obviously it has reflected back on us meeting up, and yeah, literally, I do hope and pray that this video has done a little bit of justice for you, for your birthday, on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. But it doesn't end there, though. No, it doesn't. Because what I'm about to say right now is this, right? So, not only am I not able to see you in person today, the 5th of January 2021 for your birthday. And not only have I got this podcast coming out for my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, at midnight on the 5th of January 2021, along with this podcast, which is available to listen to via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other major podcast streaming platforms. But what I also do want to say is the fact that I've also got a radio show coming up at 11 AM today, 5th of January 2021, until 2 PM. All the songs that I am going to be playing on that radio show, I am going to dedicate to Kyra. There's going to be some of her favourite tunes on that radio show as well. I will give her a birthday mention on that radio show as well. So if you do want to give that a listen, then please do head to Stationhead. It's an app which is available to download for free on iOS and Android devices right now. Give it a download, create an account, give me a follow on Stationhead. It's at SteveOfficial, same as my YouTube channel name, and give my show a listen from 11 AM till 2 PM. It's going to be an amazing show. That is exactly what I can promise you right now. It is going to be a fantastic show, and I really, really can't wait I will also film my radio links as well on YouTube, so obviously, because it is going to be my very first radio show of 2021, and I did originally plan to film my very first radio show of 2021 and stick it up on YouTube, but it's going to be even more special now, knowing that it's going to be it's going to be also dedicated to Kyra for her birthday as well. I think that's going to be a very, very special thing as well. So there we go. That's all that I wanted to talk about in this podcast, really. So again, a massive happy birthday to Kyra. I do hope that, yes, even though today isn't going to be as planned in terms of me meeting up with you, and obviously us going out for a walk, having a couple of drinks together and sitting down, opening your presents in person, etc, etc, what I can say is I do hope and pray that you are looking forward to opening your gifts from me a little bit later on when you do receive them. And I will let you guys know on the podcast on Friday what Kyra got for her birthday, and I'll also let you know what she thinks of her gifts as well. I really do hope she does like it, and I've also got to say as well, there is a main present that I'm going to be giving her, which she's going to open last, by the way. She's going to save the best to last, which she's been continuously thinking about and trying to guess, and she hasn't got it right yet. So I wonder if she is going to continue thinking about it now until she does receive it and until she opens it. But I don't think that she's going to be... I reckon, I don't know, she might be mind blown by what she gets. I'm just going to say it's just a very thoughtful gift. It really is, and she definitely does deserve it after the few months that we've had together in terms of spending time together, making these special moments together, and also as well, on top of that, being very, very supportive towards me every time I've needed the support with like stuff that's gone on with my personal life, etc, etc. She's always been there, and she's always supportive with my Instagram posts that I do. She's always supportive in terms of watching my YouTube videos and commenting on them, and I always do enjoy reading her comments every time she does comment on my YouTube videos, actually, because it does make me wonder. I wonder what she's going to think of this video today, etc, etc. So but yeah, again, bottom from my heart, a massive thank you to Kyra, and I do promise you now, we will see each other again, and we will definitely have the best day that we have ever had so far. I do wonder, actually, if it will be the best day we've ever had so far, because every time we do meet, the days just get better and better and better. They really do, every time we meet, and every time I walk away from Kyra after seeing her, I do think to myself, the next time I see Kyra, will that day top the day that I've just had with her? And it does make me think. Anyway, that is all from me. So again, a massive thank you for listening for the last half an hour. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed this YouTube video that I've made as well. And I will be back with another podcast again for you guys on Friday the 8th of January 2021, which I may film on my YouTube channel as well. So I might do another filming podcast as well for you guys to watch visually on YouTube as well, okay? But via YouTube, I just want to say I hope you did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are brand new to my YouTube channel, okay? And of course, podcast listeners, I will be back with my next podcast Friday the 8th of January 2021 at 4 PM UK time. But from me though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you guys again and speak to you guys again on Friday the 8th of January with my next podcast. See you then!